observing the trial are reminded again that they are to remain silent while court is in session. You would please get the jury back in. I will note, since we last met, the court did not receive any questions from the jury panel.
Thank you.
It is the court's intent to poll the jury after the verdict is announced.
Thank you. Passing one by one.
The jury is returning to the courtroom. Thank you. Everyone may be seated. Juror number 35 in seat 6. It appears you are the presiding juror. Is that correct? Has the jury reached a verdict? If you would please hand the paperwork to the clerk. Thank you. The clerk will file the jury instructions, please. In the matter of the State of Washington versus Edward C. Troyer Jr., Pierce County District Court case number 1 AC 002225. Verdict form for count 1 reads as follows. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty of the crime of false reporting as charged in count 1. Verdict form for count 2 reads, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty of the crime of making a false or misleading statement to a public servant as charged in count 2. Clerk will file the verdict forms. Members of the jury, I'm going to ask you each 2 questions. The first question is this your verdict? The second question is this the verdict of the entire jury? So we will start with the juror who is seated in seat 1, juror 60. Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this the verdict of the entire jury?
Yes.
Juror number 9, seated in seat number 2, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this the verdict of the entire jury?
Yes.
Juror number 10, seated in seat number 3, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this the verdict of the entire jury?
Yes.
Juror number 35, seated in seat number 6, is this your verdict? Is this the verdict of the entire jury? Juror number 16, seated in seat 7, is this your verdict?
Yeah.
Is this the verdict of the entire jury?
Yeah.
Juror number 31, seated in seat 8, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this the verdict of the entire jury?
Yes.
Court has one final instruction to read to you. Having completed your service on this trial, you may now discuss this case and your jury service with others, including the attorneys involved in the case. You are not, however, required to do so. You have the right to choose not to answer any questions about this case, whether the questions are asked by the attorneys or by anyone else. You may choose to answer some questions, but not others. For example, some jurors choose to talk about what happened in the courtroom, but not what happened during the deliberations. The choice is entirely yours. You should be considerate of the privacy interests of your expectations of your fellow jurors. In particular, please do not reveal other jurors' names, addresses, or telephone numbers. On behalf of Pierce County District Court, I want to thank you for your willingness to serve this court and our system of justice. At this time, you are discharged. I am going to have you go through that way, though, and we're going to discuss a couple of things afterwards in chambers. So the clerk will take you in the chambers at this time? Thank you. The jury is discharged. The jury has left the courtroom. Thank you. Everyone may be seated. I do want to remind everyone that pursuant to the court's November 4, 2022 media coverage order, there are not to be interviews in the courtroom or the third floor of the county city building here, but if you choose to be interviewed elsewhere in the building, that's fine. That's up to you. I'm not going to direct the media anything on that. So anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else from the defense?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
The court is at recess. Thank you.
Recording stopped.